Hi, I'm Michael Whitehouse. This is a Daily Michael video blog for Saturday, December 8th, 2012. Today I'd like to talk about holding your ground. I, as you know, sell cars. Sell Volkswagens at Valenti Volkswagen, and one of the great things about Valenti Volkswagen is we have a no stress, no haggle, one price policy on all of our pre-owned vehicles. Makes it very simple. If on the internet the car is $25,942, the car is $25,942. There's no, I wonder how much I can get it for, wonder what the other guy could get it for, whatever. That's what the price is. However, this is challenging sometimes for the salespeople to get their heads around in terms of how to present it to a customer. I'm bringing this up as both specific and in general about life. So what the salespeople will sometimes do is the customer will say, well, is there any room to move on this price? They say, well, it's no haggle pricing. And the customer says, well, is there any, I want 500 off. And they'll say, well, it's no haggle pricing, but I'll talk to the manager and see what I can do. Well, obviously the manager says no, because it's no haggle pricing, which means you don't change the price. It's actually pretty simple. But once you yield and even just go to the manager, now the customer's starting to think, oh, he's willing to go to the manager. Well, clearly it's been done before. Maybe it'll be done again. Maybe you make an exception for me. On the other hand, if you stand your ground and you say, just no haggle pricing. No haggle means no haggle. You get the same price as your mother or your brother or your sister or your mentally deficient uncle. You all get the same price on this car. It's fair. That's the whole point of it. By holding that ground, people don't tend to question it. They say, oh, that must be what it is. Same thing in any part of life. When I ran a Rocky Horror Picture Show cast, I was a director, and sometimes I'd kind of yield on things a little bit. And they'd want something, I'd say, well, I'll give you a little bit. Once I gave a little, they wanted a little more. And then a little more. And they kept expecting that I was going to yield each time. And I come to realize that had I held firm and said, nope, this is where it's going to be. This is the policy, this has been my decision, done, people tend to respect that a lot more. They don't try to nibble a little bit more and a little bit more. Because if you compromise, Zig Ziglar said this, if you compromise on price or on values, you will compromise more in the future. You know, if you're willing to move a little, you're willing to move a lot. And people know that. They know that if they can get that little movement out of you, then it's only a matter of time until they can get all the movement out of you. So, there's one thing to compromise in appropriate situations. You're here, they're here, you need to compromise to the middle. But other times, you're in the place you're supposed to be. And when you establish that this is where we're going to be, yes or no, and you have the confidence to do that, you can find much, much better results. I'm Michael Whitehouse, and that'll do.